Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday, Friday the 13th. I don't believe in any of that nonsense. Um, Probably shouldn't have said that, should I have? All right, it is July 13th. It's a Friday. It's just a little better than 10 a.m. We got a bust of a day today, which can be nice because it's out of your control. We got a whole nice little pouring of rain all through the morning. I'm talking like 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock a.m. and a little bit here this morning around 8 o'clock. Other than that, it's going to be a complete cloudy day. The sun is not supposed to peek out whatsoever. So it's a day to get ahead. I just got done with the round baler. One of the last times it was used, well, actually 4th of July, it was used since then, but I ended up coming home in a rainstorm and this thing was just caked in dirt from coming home on a gravel road. It was awful. Now, you see this is all dirty here as well. You know what? I'm going to let the next hay pickup clean that off. I do not want to get a pressure washer in there. I just don't want to do it. It was just about cleaning up all the sides, making it a little more presentable. Why not? You own it. Got to take care of it. Kind of like a vehicle. Sorry about that. The other thing I do is I do not take a pressure washer in here. I do blow it out with a compressor. It is amazing the pile of chaff, dust, and particles that are on the ground after you are done. I do it over by the machine shed. Maybe I'll even show you here a little bit later. Little wash job and a full service. This thing is locked, loaded, and ready to go, which is suspected to be tomorrow. Perfect world, and we got it needs to be very dry tomorrow, dry and extremely sunny, which it's supposed to. We have about roughly 18 acres down of some thin grassier hay that will, our goal is to make square bales right now, and we're not going to round bale up crappy square bales. You know what I mean? So it's going to be round baled. Hopefully it dries up enough to rake it and actually pick it up tomorrow. Otherwise it's going to start getting stanky as far as I say it. Here's some leftover round bales of some oat straw. There's a couple little bales of barley straw in here too from last year. We used a pile of it for bedding this past winter. This is what's left over. And I'm here to tell you there's going to be an extreme excess of straw this year, which is a great problem to have. It is a problem if some of it can't be sold because it can't be stored. What I am looking at probably doing is creating a spot down by the bale yard for an excessive amount of round bales. We have, for us, a record amount of small grains in this year concerning oats and barley. That's a little ways away though. Okay, purpose of this video is saying hello, happy Friday, and haymow tour. We say haymow, many probably say hay loft. Okay, this is where all the action happens. Tractor and a wagon of small square bales is brought down this aisleway here. You do a nice sharp turn. You can see the tracks. And you pull up into here. You obviously get the middle of the wagon opener right here. This comes down. Exactly perfect with the platform of the wagon. Yeah, that window needs to be fixed. I agree. Okay. Welcome to the haymow. We have put up just shy of about 1,000 squares already, which is definitely not bragging. We had some tricks with the weather. I tell you something right now though, this is 1,000 bales of some of the nicest, freshest hay. If you pay attention to the videos, you understand what I'm talking about, that you can actually put up in a hay loft. What you see in the background is from last year and even the year before. It's getting a little older in hay, but no big deal. So, perfect world when unloading hay is a 4-person operation. There is the person down outside running the tractor, pulling up the wagon, and offloading. Here's the middle point. There's another individual that stands here, takes the bales that fall here, puts it onto this little elevator here. This elevator is worth its weight in gold. It's a pain in the ass though, but you know, what are you going to do? You have to have it. So that's 1, 2 men, and then in perfect world, there's a person on each side. Can this be done with 3 people? Yes. Welcome to a very long day. That 1 extra person is worth everything. In fact, if you're running high and mighty with squares in a day, it's nice to have a few people, an extra person, a 5-man team, 5-persons team. Let me be politically correct. This is straw. This is what was left over from last year. We were completely empty before we started baling straw last year. In fact, I had to go buy, for all my little calves, I had to go buy about 40 bales. Now that's cutting it pretty close. I had to buy 40 bales until we had some fresh straw come in last year. This is predominant barley. There's a little bit of oat straw in here. When I say a little bit, I'm talking maybe about 20 or 30 bales. I even doubt that. Well, what's the goal this year? I didn't raise any calves this year, you know, the Holstein bull calves. So I haven't used any straw thus far. Otherwise, all that straw, gone. That'd be gone. I don't know if I'm going to raise any next year, because next year I'm still going to be on kind of my half-week schedule. That's the plan anyway. Well, I can't be bottle feeding. I can't leave when there's calves to be bottle fed. I'm not doing it. Can you hire somebody? Yeah, I'm not going to. So anyway, we plan on stacking the hell out of the haymow here with straw. Straw can always be sold. There's always people looking for small squares, and there's so few people that small square anything anymore. Hay and straw. Is it a pain in the butt? Absolutely. It's also nice and convenient. You know, we also deal with animals down in the barn every winter, and you need these small squares between the hay and even some of the straw for bedding. So yeah, it's a lot of extra work, but it has to be done. It's a necessity here for the way things operate here. Not to mention, it's a nice, convenient, sellable product. You're not going to get rich, but a $50 bill is a $50 bill. Right, folks? Right. Unless you got too much damn money. So that's about it. Just a little tour. I got to get my butt in gear. I got about a 30-mile trip I need to take. I need to go to the county extension office. Today's the last day deadline to report crops. Kind of get yourself in the system so Big Brother up above knows what the heck you're doing. You got to follow some of it, folks. I'm not here to argue it. Not to mention, it's also a necessity for some insurance, which is a nice little safety net to have. Make you sleep a little better at night. That's it. One thing we're guaranteed to do today is have a Shout Out Friday video with a few channels on it. The other thing we're guaranteed to have is a sorghum update. we'll see what happens. Folks, got to get rolling. Happy Friday. Talk to you sooner or later.